Welcome to Let Freedom Ring. My guest this week, Giovany Rivera, as I call him, Gio. Gio, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad you can make it. So we want to get to know you just a little bit, but so where are you from? Where'd you grow up?
Well, I was born in Puerto Rico, grew up over there for 25 years, I would say. Then I moved up here. And basically, I'm come from a small town, Trujillo Alto.
Okay.
Very close to the capital of Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
But, 25 years over there.
Oh, no, okay, all right. Because I think I met you in, I don't know, maybe 2015, I want to say.
Yes.
So was that more recent that you had come here?
The reason I came over here was more for work.
Okay.
Work-wise. I will say I was struggling. I have already three kids, one in the way.
Yeah.
And then I was definitely looking for a better life, and I jumped in. I literally picked New Hampshire. My uncle lives in the dairy area.
Okay.
So I decided to jump in, and I need to move and do something different. And since then, second home over here. Love it.
Awesome. Now, was it kind of was there a big difference when you, because I've lived in New Hampshire my whole life, so I can't imagine going from that far away to New Hampshire. Was it a big adjustment?
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way. From Puerto Rico, it's all humid. It's super hot, I will say. Jumping to New Hampshire, I came in summertime.
Okay.
So it wasn't that bad of the change. But once the cold started kicking in, that was a very bad. So actually, when I moved here, that was one of the first really bad snowstorm that we got.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was one of the bad ones, I would say.
And we've had quite a few too. So
trust me, I know. But move here. It was 2014.
Okay.
I decided to move over here, but yeah, it was rough. Especially my main language is obviously Spanish.
Yeah.
We learned both English and Spanish, but my main one was Spanish, and adjusting to talk just English up here I'll put it brutal.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, the accent never went away, so
yeah.
you know how it is. It's just different.
Awesome. Well, we're glad you're here, and obviously the winters here are, as we know right now, we just got hit by another storm. I'd rather be in Puerto Rico.
Sometimes I do say the same thing, man.
Yeah. Awesome. And now, what's one thing that everybody should know about you?
Oh man, I'm a very caring person. I love helping people. I would say more between softball world.
Yeah.
Just helping to get better, a better person.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I use to help people. I think that's the one thing that people should know. They want to learn something different, they can approach and talk to me.
Awesome.
And that's something that I love to do.
Awesome. No, I like that. And what third question, sticking with the theme of the show, which is Let Freedom Ring. What does it mean to you to be an American?
Ooh, that's a big one. So for me, it's freedom. I'm gonna go with the title of the show.
Yeah.
It's freedom, man. For me, being American is not just do whatever you want. It's just also the fact that you can pick whatever you want to do as a human being. Let's just talk about work-wise.
Yeah.
You cannot just stay at home and do nothing. You can do a show.
Yeah.
Work for a water company or be a mailman. You get to choose whatever you want to do, and for me, that's very American.
I agree.
You got that freedom to do what you want.
Oh, I like that. I mean, there's other countries where you don't have that option.
No, you do exactly that. You have to do whatever they want, and that's one thing that I love about being American.
Yeah, no, I like that. It's a good answer. We get all kinds of different answers on that because I think it means a lot of different things to different people.
Yes.
All right, going into current events, we got a couple here. Jeffrey Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, has stepped down. I think he's just taken a lower role with the company, or probably something more. I mean, this guy has more money than God.
Big time.
So
I kind of did read about it.
Yeah.
Kind of. You got my attention basically about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool what he's trying to do though.
Yeah.
He's giving the chance to a younger person to continue what he started. And the fact that he giving the chance to another young kid to have that vision and move forward with the company, that's something that a lot of companies should do.
Yeah.
Like, just not get stuck because I'm the big guy. I'm just gonna keep rolling in. Like, I think that's very cool what he's trying to do right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because I remember when they were just like, Amazon was just like, you can get some books from them.
I didn't even know they started in 1997.
Yeah.
That's why one of the things that I read, I'm like, I didn't even know that existed in 1997. Like, what are we talking about? But yeah,
it's definitely grown. I mean, good for him. I mean, again, I don't know how much more money this guy really needs. But yeah, it's crazy to see the growth, like how much that grew. I mean, I feel like I blinked and all of a sudden Amazon is this crazy empire of like, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy because at some point I thought that eBay was the one who was going to, with all this pandemic stuff going on, it was to be the company that was going to grow like crazy.
Yeah.
It was Amazon. And that's impressive. Like the way they moved that company between this online sales and all that stuff, it's just...
It is wild. Now it's like now they're a streaming service. Like now, you know, I think Coming to America 2 is coming out.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Which I can't wait for that, but I'm like,
me too.
You know, now I'm like getting nervous that the movie theaters are going to be done after the pandemic. And I was always someone that really enjoyed Friday night, going to the movies, going to get a thing of popcorn, a Coke, and I just hope that's not
the
done.
big nachos.
Yeah. Exactly. And then yesterday, and I shared a little post about my niece because she's playing. She's only 4 years old. She's really young. But it was 35th annual Girls and Women in Sports Day, which is great because I'm glad that she's going to have an opportunity to, have opportunities to play sports. Any take on that? Like, it's good. I mean, obviously, I think it's a good thing. We play a lot of softball with girls and stuff like that, or women, I should say.
So, for me, I didn't even know that actually exists until I saw a post. Pretty sure it was yesterday. One of my friends, Devon Carroll, she plays with me in co-ed softball, and she basically posted something about it, and it got weird because I didn't realize that she was celebrating something.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of pictures of her playing softball on the gym and all that stuff. I'm like, now that I noticed that you mention it, I'm like, okay, so this is a thing. That's something that's celebrated. It's actually awesome because not too many girls, they're active or do different kind of sports.
Yeah.
And that's something inspiring to see, to be honest.
It's great to see it. I mean, we've seen so much. I mean, we've seen the Women's World Cup team be really have the whole country behind them.
Yep.
Things started to change over the years because, back when my mom was probably a kid, I mean, in the 50s and 60s and even a little in the 70s, they didn't have those kind of opportunities.
Yep.
So it's good to see. And, I mean, you looked at how many women coaches in the NFL. Not head coaches. We're not there yet, but a lot of them having roles. And we're going to have the first woman referee in the Super Bowl this weekend, too. So it's just good to see. I mean, I think,
It's impressive.
Yeah, the more equality we can see between the two it's just good to see.
Yeah.
All right, last thing, current events, because this was a big one because Morgan Wallan, who is a country music star, who I actually have heard a few of his songs, that Whiskey Burn It Down or whatever it is, he's got some hits. And when his name came out, I was like, oh, that's the guy who sings that song, really?
Yeah.
But caught on tape using a racial slur. It looks like he's kind of hurt. He's suspended indefinitely from his record label. He's going to be kicked out of a lot of things. Any take on that? I mean, obviously we don't have any place for that, obviously in our society.
What can I say? I agree what you're saying right now, but I kind of take away a little bit of that situation, basically. There's no apologize for that, man.
Yeah.
You made the mistake, and you keep making it.
Yeah.
It's not that you're just apologizing for one time that you did it. If you keep doing it, you don't get to apologize, man.
Yeah.
And my takeaway on that, I just say that it's good what's happening to him. He deserves it. I know people deserve second opportunities in life. He got more than one.
Yeah.
And this is just one coming out in public, basically.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Like, I really wish that I would say really regret what he did.
Yeah.
And obviously, if he gets lucky, get back on his musical career, get better, and get opportunity again. I wish him well. It's just don't apologize for something that you don't mean it.
Well, that's the other thing too, because
I don't know.
I think people have made mistakes and generally have, this is a little new right now, because it's like, well, you got caught. You were on tape. So obviously now we're going to see it. It's hard to apologize for something when, you had no intentions of really apologizing until people knew.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm with you. I think people can make mistakes. And if they learn from those mistakes, then we can give them, because, we're in an era of cancel culture. And sometimes like cancel culture is right on the money. Some people deserve it. And then there's others, they made a mistake, but it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Everyone's out to get them now. But I do think I agree with your point. If you continue to do it, why should we forgive you?
Exactly.
So, all right. Got a lot of current events, a lot of stuff going on right now.
I hear you.
As we go into politics, we got a new administration now, and obviously a lot of our conservative friends, every chance they get having, attacking Biden online. I'm sure they feel like that's what we did with Trump, even though I think we had our reasons for why we didn't like Trump.
No, big time. Big time.
But Biden, he wants to get the 1,400 stimulus checks going because we all get 600. He wants to get another, but give it to a smaller group. Do you think there's more people? There's some people that really need that 1,400, and then there's others like us. We're still employed, where maybe we don't need it as much as others.
So my opinion about that, I will be honest. It depends who will get that money.
Yeah.
I think it's fair for the people that. This might sound a little too much from my side, but I will put it this way. There are people that deserve that money that work very hard.
Yeah, I agree
every day. And I will say, while you're working, you don't get enough money to take care of your family, you know what I mean? So I will say people like that deserve that amount of money.
Yeah.
People that stay in a home expecting unemployment and not trying to get a job. I'm not saying, because some people are like literally trying to find a job. They don't get lucky enough to get the job. But I'm talking about these kind of people that they're just not even trying to get a job, just depending on unemployment. They don't deserve that money. And I think I will say that it depends. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
It should depend.
Is it hard for the government, though, do you think, to decipher that? Like, because like you said, there are people that are out of work, they're collecting unemployment, and they're not trying, they're just collecting the checks. But there's people trying both. But how do they decipher who's what?
I would say that they should, like an evaluation, I would say. That's how you call it.
Okay.
I would say, like, okay, this person should qualify. They should have, like, a team. I'm pretty sure they do. But have a team, like, okay, so this person haven't applied for a job in 6 months, haven't done nothing. Yeah. Besides this person over here, last week already got an interview or tried to apply for something, even though he didn't got it. Yeah. So I would say have a team like looking for those tiny details that help to decide. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I mean, I've counted my lucky stars since this whole pandemic has broken out because I was able to work from home. And I know a lot of people didn't have that option. So it's just such a crazy time. I mean, whatever they want to do, whatever, it's fine by me. If it sends my way, I'm not going to say no, but but like I get it if it doesn't. So
exactly.
How do you see the next 4 years going? I mean, now we're kind of moving on from Trump. I feel like it's been nice not to hear anything on Twitter or anything like that. We're moving into Biden. Do you see us going forward? Where do you see the country going in the next 4 years?
I think, and I'm not defending Trump. Let me be clear about this. I think whoever you put over there, they're going to have a tough job to take care of the country, I would say. And the next 4 years, I would say what to expect about it. I would say find better options with the COVID situation and obviously the immigrants and what's going on with the world. I mean, I think it's all of it go like by work, whatever they're trying to do. Or I think it looks better. Yeah. And as an image, I would say, I think Biden is a little more respectful the way Trump was. But I would say what I'm expecting is just something better. Hopefully, we can get a great experience with this president and go from there.
Go from there. No, I agree, and hopefully we do. I mean, the last 4 years were pretty wild.
Oh, big time.
Pretty unexpected things.
Big time.
A lot of things that I just was disgusted by.
Yeah.
But that is, and the thing is, we got Donald Trump, and that's who he has been his whole life. Like, make no mistake about it. He's always been a slime ball.
Yeah.
So there, anybody that was surprised by what he did, then they haven't been paying attention because he's been doing this since the 80s. So,
big time.
All right, let's get to some fan questions.
Oh, boy.
So we got fan questions and comments because we got some from Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge Giovany Rivera stinks. Jose Torres Colon, and then Bryn Tui, former guest of the show, just said flat. I don't know what that meant.
Oh, so I do know what that means. Yeah. So I used to go umping indoors.
Okay.
And at that time, I was still certified, like the umpire.
Yeah, is there a story behind that? Or can
we can get there soon. So anyways, every time I go umping, I try to follow those rules by the U-trip rules, basically.
Okay.
And if I didn't see pitching high was depending what the indoor rules were.
Yeah.
So I was trying to, every time they post, like, it's a U-trip stamp. So I tried to go by the, like, at that moment, it was 3 feet to 10 feet.
Okay.
3 feet from release and 10 from the ground.
Okay.
So every time I see something, like, it's not even over your nose.
Yeah.
I would call that flat. Like I said, that's like playing modified softball.
Yeah.
Slow pitch. So in indoors, I call that a lot, especially Jose.
Oh.
Jose literally, he was one of those guys that pitch and just throw straight modify.
Yeah.
So it was a cool time. But saying, you stink too, buddy. Love you.
I gotta say, I've only umpired like pickup, and I think you had, when you were running the indoor league, I think I umpired for you one time, and I kind of just looked at it as, if I can hit the pitch, then you can hit the pitch. I'm calling a strike. All right, from Derek Dolan, wants to know, my question: do you even softball anymore?
Yeah, he asks me every time he sees me, which I love it. Yes, I do. I still play. Less than, I would say, previous years, I used to play almost every day.
Yeah.
Not playing that much anymore. I'm just slowing down a little because obviously we have life.
Yeah.
We got to work. We got to take care of our family and stuff. But yeah, playing here and there in the Merrimack League, men's, and the Modify up north in Boscawen. But basically that's it. I'm just joined a couple of, like, travel teams, but it's a slow going on those.
I mean, Dolan's retired. I've fake retired many times, but Dolan's put it out, and I think he's only like 27. He's still, he's still pretty young.
He still plays though.
But I like Dolan. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
From Ryan Scott, and I don't know if there's some kind of beef between you two or something. He wants to know, why do you hate me?
There's no beef. There's a lot of love, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love that guy. I will put it this way. So I'm pretty. He recently got injured.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's been trying to play and stuff. And last time I saw him was, I would say, last weekend. I saw him in Derry, and he was like, "I'm trying to ball next weekend," but our friendship is like kind of weird. I would say, just started playing indoors.
Yeah.
I think that's the same way I met you. If I'm not mistaken,
probably. Yeah, I think so.
But I don't know. I love the guy. I'm pretty sure he feels the same way, just trying to get attention. I love him.
Yeah, Ryan, I played on a team with him on Friday. I did the squish ball league thing this year, which was just fun, a little something to get out of the house and go play. I'm not doing, indoor. I have no problem, because I know if you've looked at the softball, one of those softball pages closed down because someone wouldn't allow posting about indoor tournaments and stuff like that.
Because of COVID and stuff.
Now, I haven't been playing because of COVID, because I'm just like, you know what? But that doesn't mean I'm going to tell everybody else that they can't do it. So it was kind of like, I got kicked off that page too. I'm like, I never even said anything on here.
I was one of those too, actually.
From Tiki McCann, good friend of mine. Is P-Dog a first ballot Hall of Famer? And he's talking, I think, because you said there's a rapper with the same name.
Yes.
Who I'm not familiar with. I'm not that hip anymore.
So I was confused when I had the question.
Yeah.
Well, when I read it on Facebook, I was like, wait. He's talking about the baseball player, or he's
Yeah,
talking
I
about.
think
But
he's- yeah.
if we go by Dustin Pedroia,
Yeah.
I would say yes, but not now.
Not like first. You don't think so? Like first ballot,
No,
too much.
I don't think so. It's too close. There's so many players that deserve to be there. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That he's material for it. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like he is amazing. One of the best fucking. Not
That's okay. We'll edit it. Don't worry.
Yeah, please. One of the, literally one of my
Yeah.
favorite shortest second base I ever seen
Yeah.
play, and I love the way he hits. Obviously, the laser show
Yep.
stuff with home runs and stuff. Love him. Moving on with that name, the P Dog. I do know there was a rapper. Not too many details. I don't know exactly where he's from.
Yeah.
I don't know. I know I heard of him. I'm pretty sure he was something happened with his life, and something happened to him. I don't know.
Did he pass away?
Yeah, he passed.
Okay.
Like that's all I know. I don't know much about him.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Is Pedroia first ballot? Maybe not. I think he deserves a place there. I mean, Craig Biggio wasn't a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Exactly. That's another guy that.
Yeah, so I mean,
He was amazing.
I'd say Pedroia is. Some people might disagree with me, but we got a lot of issues with the Hall of Fame right now.
Yep.
Because they are kind of erasing our childhood, is the way I guess I would put it.
Yep.
I understand steroids was a thing. The commissioner allowed it to happen, and now we can enjoy those moments of seeing, Barry Bonds or Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Roger Clemens go in.
Which was one
Yeah.
of the best baseball I ever seen, but
Yeah, and that's when the game was the game before they started messing with it.
exactly.
From Jesse DeLea, good friend of mine as well. Jorge, where's your kickball medal right now? And Jesse, just so you know, I have mine still. Brought it today. We were the 2016 St. Joseph's Hospital
Yep.
kickball champions of the world, which was so much fun.
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah. But do you still have your medal from that?
I do have my medal. I literally, not gonna lie, I forgot to bring it with me.
Yeah.
I have it literally hanging on my door on my closet. So I basically still have that gorgeous, super valuable medal.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is real gold, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to break my teeth on it or anything, but
We gotta bring something about this, and I have to say it. Kick Me With Your Best Shot. What's the song?
yeah.
That was the best song ever.
And so Jesse was the captain. I'm going to give a shout out to Joey Warmer because he wanted a shout out on that too.
Yep.
But we had a lot of fun, and we got to play in the stadium. And then Jesse sent out some pictures of him. We're not going to get into what he was wearing, but we'll just put it was just a medal.
It was a
And a
medal,
kickball. So
Oh my God, how to forget that one?
Tyler McClure just says beast. So I think he's a fan of yours. I think I played with him in the Milford League. If I'm thinking of the right Tyler, I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did play at that, but I'm also think that he plays in other leagues though,
Okay.
not just the Milford one.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, I've seen him also playing on
Milford one was I actually had fun with that, but it was very unorganized, but I still thought it was cool.
Yeah,
you
the
know.
fact that we didn't have any fans and we can send that 400 feet and keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Anthony Amato has two questions. He first wants to know, will you please stand up and turn around?
That's the part that I'm coming up right now, and I will. I think this is going to
Be careful of the mic, yeah.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
Here we
We're
go.
mic'd up, Anthony. You know this as you've been a guest on this show.
This is Anthony. This is for you, my man.
And he also wants to know, where's the best Taco Tuesday in the area?
Used to. Not anymore, though.
Yeah.
We used to go years before, I would say, running my Lobos team, basically. Like, playing together, basically.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday, we used to go, it used to be La Fiesta
Okay.
restaurant. It was in Manchester. Great restaurant, by the way. It was a $1 taco.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I remember that we used to just order, at least in my personal part, 10 tacos in one plate, all mixed up. And I know Anthony was trying to catch up, never could.
Yeah.
But right now for Taco Tuesday, I would put it that way. I will not change Chacarita.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite spots to go. But they don't have that special dollar taco, right?
Dollar tacos. That's a good deal.
Oh, trust me, it was.
I'm trying to think. Have you been to Tortilla Flats down the street? I like that place a lot. I don't know what the Taco Tuesday deal is though.
I don't
think it's as good as that.
I never heard of it. I know they have a good espinaca there.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's right down the street from me, so I probably go in there more than I need to.
I don't blame you,
though. From Rachel Hedge, I've never known how to say her last name. Demke? Demak? Demke. Okay. Sorry, Rachel. But she wants to know, do you like slow pitch softball or modified better, and why do you prefer modified? So she kind of answered her own question.
Yes. So I would say modified softball. The reason is I grew up playing modified back home in Puerto Rico. I also have my own team back home. Basically, I put it on. It was more like a family team.
Yeah.
Retired baseball players that we grew up playing since we were like 7 years old. I grew up playing modified, so I loved it. Once I moved out of Puerto Rico, that was one thing that I was looking up here. It took me a couple of years to find a softball league up here, but finally found it, and modify. It's a little different than slow pitch. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, I do like slow pitch and stuff, but modify is something that the guys take it more like serious and fun at the same time. It's obviously drinking league and stuff, but they enjoy the game and they understand what they're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you can get hurt. You know what I mean? That's like slow pitch, and if you don't know how to play, go catching.
Yeah.
Modify, you need to know your position and what you do, and that's something that I like, though.
They wear a face mask behind the plate there? Because it's coming in a lot quicker.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they do wear a face mask. It's optional if you want to wear the entire equipment, but they do use a face mask. It's not that you can throw super hard.
Yeah.
It's all you got like in front of you basically. But yeah, it's different, but it's, I don't know, more fun.
Okay. I played baseball growing up, but I started playing slow pitch in college.
Yeah.
We played intramurals and been playing ever since. I think I've been playing 16, 17 years at this point. But do you want to address anything about the officiating, or are we skimming past that? Because I know you said that on Facebook. You're like, because I thought you were still. Is there a story behind that, or is it just kind of like just not doing it anymore?
Let's go again.
All right. All right. Now we're gonna go into sports. Now we got the Super Bowl coming up, and Tom Brady's back with another team, which I will say I've been very jealous of everything that the Bucs have done.
I agree.
But you also have this what feels unstoppable Chiefs team. Now on Left Freedom Ring, we actually predicted the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Before the playoffs started. But who you got? Chiefs or Bucs?
I would say Bucs.
Okay. All right.
I feel that Tom Brady is gonna accomplish something that for a lot of people is gonna be impossible to do. And I feel that I'm pretty sure he's very confident to lead that team to win it.
Okay.
I feel right now I have them.
Now can you believe he's back? I mean, he's 43 years old, and it feels like he's aging. Like, has he got Benjamin Button disease or something? Like, guy looks like $1 million still.
Yeah.
Like, can you believe what he's doing?
I feel that joining a new team was refreshing for him.
Okay.
Like, probably the reason that, let's just say the previous year, he didn't do that great for the Patriots, obviously, because he was more concentrated on all the stuff that's going around him. Mm-hmm. Now joining a new team, basically, I don't know if you ever start a new team and you feel like I'm the rookie on the team.
Yeah,
but
you feel
I have my experience,
yeah.
But I'm basically the new guy.
Yeah.
I need to prove myself. I think he accomplished that. I will say like refreshment, basically starting over a brand new team, and obviously have another player that like Gronkowski like played with him before, but all the other players like they're not used to play with him.
Yeah.
And for him to do like a refreshment and be in a new team, that's what I think that was move him and keep moving him right now.
It's crazy because I was looking. They were saying like Steve Young went in the Hall of Fame at 43.
Mm-hmm.
Dan Marino went to the Hall of Fame at 43. So that means that they were at least out of the league for 5 years.
Yeah.
He's in the Super Bowl at 40. Like, what is going on?
I know. Yeah.
Get me started on that TV12 method so I can play softball till I'm 70.
Big time. Big time. And then the other thing is, like, he have a great balance, too, with the family. So I don't know how he does it. That's impressive.
It's really crazy what he's done, and I don't think we're ever going to see anything like this duplicated ever again.
No, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think Mahomes is hungry for that.
Yeah.
He doesn't care about. I don't think he doesn't care about winning anymore. It's more accomplish something, like Tom Brady did.
Do you think Mahomes, though, he plays a different game than Brady? Because I mean, that guy can move,
And that's why they have the Chiefs as favorites, probably.
Yeah.
Because a guy like Mahomes can do anything he wants, and that's impressive. I think he's one of the better arms as a quarterback right now, and he can run.
Yeah.
And that's impressive. But I think that's the reason that I think that Mahomes is trying to follow more like what Tom Brady has done. Now, it's not about the winning trophies, like getting those numbers up there and feel like I can compete against this legend.
Yeah.
So I think that's Mahomes. I think Mahomes is going to go there, like to be a great quarterback.
I agree. I think he's so young.
Mm-hmm.
If I put you on the spot, what's the score? The final score?
Oof. I'm going to go greedy. I'm going to go 27-20.
Okay. All right. I like that. Now, see, in my heart, I want to say Tom Brady does this. But I've watched that Chiefs team though, in Tom Brady's defense, the last person to beat Mahomes in the playoffs was Tom Brady.
Yep.
Oh, God. I'm going to say, man. Should I just go with my heart? I'm just going to go with my heart.
Follow it.
I'm going to go with my gut. I'm going to go 28. 23 bucks. Some weird way. Yeah, that's my score.
That sounds like an interesting number.
It's something weird's gonna happen. That's how we're getting to 23. What are your favorite sports moments? Do you have because now growing up in Puerto Rico, like who are your favorite sports teams there?
You're not gonna believe it, but it was Boston. Always been the Boston Red Sox. I will say that's my team. It doesn't matter if they lose or win.
Yeah.
I grew up watching Manny Ramirez, which is my favorite player.
Mine too.
I grew up watching him play, and when he played for Boston, it's just my eyes got my attention went fully to Boston. Like the association is amazing.
I remember that signing being like, "Whoa, we got him," because he was so great with the Indians before that.
Yep.
And I still say, maybe the sweetest swing that we've seen in Boston.
I think he still got it, even though on his age right now. I'm pretty sure he's still nasty.
So did you see the video of I guess he was playing in Australia. And
I haven't watched that though. But.
And a guy was wearing a Red Sox hat.
Oh yes, I do. I did see that.
And he goes to his house. Now I would have freaked out, hugged him, COVID or not.
20,000 pictures of him.
Right away.
Probably signed my shirt right in the spot and stuff. Trust me.
And this guy doesn't even know who he is.
I'm just wearing my hat for my girlfriend.
Yeah.
I remember that. Oh my God. Yeah.
I was like, I wouldn't have, honestly, I wouldn't known how I would have reacted because I probably would have been starstruck.
At some point, you can feel offended by it.
Yeah.
Like, why are you wearing a Red Sox hat if you don't even know who?
I mean, I kind of want to kick this guy's ass a little bit. Like, how do you not know that was Manny Ramirez?
I agree.
Unbelievable.
I agree.
But a favorite sports moment, if you got to pick one.
If I got to pick one, this.
You can pick two. You can pick, whatever.
So this hat has a lot of stuff that brings memory of softball. It was indoors.
Okay.
You were there.
All right.
Anthony Amato was there. It was like a Christmas indoor tournament.
Was it one of Vlad's or?
One of Vlad's.
Okay.
I barely know you at that moment. I just remember me and Anthony, we were wearing, it was like shorts, Christmas pants.
Yeah.
And the elf hats and all that stuff for Christmas. One of my favorite moments was you showing up out of nowhere and all these championship belts.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just taking pictures with Anthony, like posing and stuff. Well, I'm pretty sure one of the questions when he asked about, can you stand up and turn around?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we have a picture like that.
Yeah, yeah.
We both turn around and we're like, like that. It was funny. But I would say you show up with those championship belts.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't win, like
Yeah.
we went 0-2 right away in that tournament. I had one of the most blasts I would say in indoors, and that's why
Yeah.
I became very good friends with Anthony, Mike Gooden. I started meeting you at that point a little more. I think we already played before that, but I didn't know you that much. I would say.
Yeah.
And I would say that was the night.
That
was
was
one of
fun.
the
That
nights
was-
that I became very good friends with a lot of people that I didn't expect to be friends with.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I loved it. I would say
That was fun. I like those because he's had those in like Concord,
Yes.
and we go there and yeah. So the belts is like a family tradition that we've had with the Patriots.
No, I can tell now.
Yeah, yeah.
But at that moment,
yeah.
I didn't know you that much, you know.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I was like,
Who is this guy?
this guy is a weirdo, and I like it. That's something that I look for because I just want to have fun. You know what I mean? I'm getting out of my house playing all like tournaments. There were overnight tournaments at that moment. I'm trying to have fun. I'm not trying to be. I'm trying to win this tournament. No, we were having a blast, and I would say that's one of my favorites. One that
that was a lot of fun,
Yeah.
and it's crazy because it's like the years just you blink and that's almost like 4 or 5 years ago already, and it's just like, I brought those belts in a lot of different places. I remember I brought them into Gillette, and people are like, "What's that all about?" It's like, well, it's kind of a thing that we do. I want to continue. My brothers are like, well, can we do it without Brady? I go, I'm doing it till I die.
Yeah.
You know. So
I'm gonna bring up a little bit, one more I will say.
Yeah.
Because this one I also have a lot of fun. It was a Halloween Havoc.
Okay.
So I was playing in Manchester. This came along also.
Yeah.
I basically put it on. So I was a combination of wearing this face mask.
Yeah.
Half Batman, and also like this was the hat, but I was also covered with the paint as the Joker.
I've seen the pictures of this.
Yes, I was. We took like a photo shooting,
Yeah.
like smashing my face with a bat. Like Melissa, which is Anthony's sister, was Batgirl.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know. That was another moment that playing softball with all the makeup and all the stuff. It was not a good idea. I'm just gonna say, don't play with with like all the makeup. It's not fun.
Yeah.
But it was fun, the part that I was all destroyed basically. Like all the makeup was gone. After all the sweating for playing and stuff. And that was another moment that I loved it.
I mean, I'll admit I've had so much fun playing softball over the years. Like, it's not something I ever, I've told people this is like, I'm a competitor. I want to, but I also just love the social aspect of it and make, the friends I've made through there are just, they're lifelong friends, So, no, it's great. It's great to do that.
Yes, sir.
Pop culture, just want a quick thing. R.I.P. Dustin Diamond, played Screech on Saved by the Bell. He passed away, had stage 4 cancer. So I just want to give a shout out to Dustin Diamond. Quick question. I don't know if you've seen this movie, and then we'll get into top fives. Have you seen Midsommar?
Oh, my God, yes.
I watched it the other night, and that movie is freaking nuts.
So I watched it random. I would say this movie I watched it a year ago.
Okay.
And when I saw it at first, I go, so this is interesting. Like, they travel into a different culture. And I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Until they start doing all the stuff.
It's just like, it's so slow, and then bam.
They just hit you right in the face. Like, you have to deal with that and enjoy it. And like, you don't enjoy it actually. You just get traumatized, I will say.
Yeah.
You get traumatized after seeing that movie.
I wish I could think of the director's name right now, because he's not, and he did this movie Heredity, which I need to see.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see it. I actually bought it. And I'm still a DVD guy, and people give me a lot of crap about this. They're like, "Why are you still buying DVDs?" Well, that's just what I do.
If you see my collection at home, I'm not gonna judge you.
It's another thing, Soapy pre-op. Don't be busting my chops about owning DVDs. I don't like it. But The DVD won't work, and I don't know why. So I got to figure out that, but I want to see that. But I want to highly recommend Midsommar. I mean, that movie, like, I went to bed. I'm still thinking about it. I had to go listen to Chris Stuckman on YouTube. He does reviews. I'm like, what did Chris think of this? I don't know Chris.
Yeah.
But like, I listened to his reviews, and yeah, go out and see it. It's messed up, but it's great.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, let's do some top fives. What's your top 5 favorite movies?
Movies. Let's go for by the obvious, the trilogy of Batman.
Okay.
Obviously, Dark Knight is one of my top movies right there. That's one of my, I would say, the best Joker I've ever seen so far. Not comparing the last Joker movie that came out. That was good act and stuff, but definitely not.
Heath is the bar.
Yes.
You know.
I would say that's my top right there. Following, I got Star Wars. I'm a little nerd. I like all
Me
that
too.
stuff. So Star Wars is my second coming up, and I'm not picking just one movie.
Sure.
I'm going through all the stuff.
We allow that. We do franchises as the top
like
fives.
right now. Star Wars is like I'm watching right now shows too about cartoons of Star Wars. So that's what I'm like doing right now. On the third spot, I will bring which is gonna sound a little off, I would say, Twilight.
Okay.
The Twilight Saga.
That's nothing wrong with that.
Obviously, I got that Lobos team.
Yeah.
And I kind of like all that werewolf stuff. And so Twilight was one of the first movie that I would say I've seen about werewolves.
Okay.
I don't know why I got fascinated by all of them. Moving on, Harry Potter.
Okay.
Some of them were a little off, but really good. If you watch it from the beginning, you understand why the last couple movies, you understand why it gets better or worse. Like, it's Harry Potter. I'll say that's not my number 4. All right. On my 5th, that's gonna be tough. I will say Dragon Ball Z. I know that's a show, but they also have their own movies. Yeah. And that's like my top.
A lot of good franchises. I guess I'm just going to ask you this real quick.
Yeah.
Because I've had some epic meltdowns, not only on the show, at the softball field, but the newer Star Wars movies, the last ones that came out, you know, went what it felt like was going to be a great direction in The Force Awakens.
Yep.
To totally and utterly destroy the franchise in a way. I still love all the movies. But, oh my God.
Okay.
They pissed me off.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. But this is how I see it. They needed to end basically the Skywalker saga. And I get why. Because now they're trying to bring this universe. And I'm not trying to compare sagas, but they're coming from the same way, basically.
Yeah.
The Avengers life.
Yeah.
So they're trying to do is bring more, expand the multiverse and whatever. And just to make you a little happy about this, since I'm a big fan of Star Wars. They're remaking it.
Okay.
They're remaking the 3 of them. So the people who directed it, they didn't have the vision that...
There was no roadmap to it.
Exactly. So they didn't have the vision. They have the characters.
Yeah.
They didn't have the vision for it. And that's what killed... Basically, they went a little down of it. But I feel like what's going on right now, that it's going to pick up and it's going to be better. What Jon Favreau's doing right now?
Yeah. Oh, they got him involved. All right. Then,
So he's bringing... obviously, with the new multiverse, basically, that's how they call it, for Star Wars. He's going to save that.
Well, just for my own sanity, I'm just going to remember Star Wars is that the Emperor died in the Return of the Jedi, and that's how I'm always going to remember things. How can you bring him back? It's just so...
I think they tried to bring the concept of what they do in the Clone Wars. That's what they tried to do, and that's what killed it.
Yeah.
Like, bringing him was not a good idea. I thought they were going to keep it with...
Snoke.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
I thought they were going to keep it with him.
Let's just kill him.
Kill him right away. Yeah, that was a poor decision.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to fix it. I have my hopes off on that one. But
you have a top 5 TV shows?
yes, I do.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Right now, I'm watching Teen Titans. Well, it's not Teen Titans. It's the Titans, basically.
Okay.
Awesome show. Fully recommend it. It's full of action. And I don't want to be weird, but it's full of blood. There's a lot of fighting scenes. It's amazing. It's very good. Obviously, Dragon Ball Z. That's my next one. Anything that has to do with the DC world, with Batman in cartoons. And
that's actually, the Batman cartoons are really good.
so including the Justice League, basically. Anything, all that, like, is combined. I just love watching those. Another TV show, I'll put this one on my 5.
Okay.
If you want to see a really good show, it's from Marvel, actually. It's The Punisher.
Okay.
It's like the movie Midsummer.
Yeah.
At the beginning, you're like watching it and you're like, what is this? Like, it's a lot of shooting and stuff. Just watch until the end. It gets worse.
All right.
It's intense.
I like The Punisher.
Yeah. So I recommend that one, like, to watch. That's my 5. They're going lower. Supernatural. It's an amazing show. I love that one.
That's on CW?
Yes.
Okay. Yep, I know that show.
So Supernatural is very good, which is already done. They're already done with that show. If I get to pick one more. I watch too many. That's the thing. I just
Fair enough.
can't keep up. Like right now, I'm just watching Grey's Anatomy.
I've been dragged into. I've had a lot of girlfriends in my life. 36, a lot of relationships. I've been dragged into that show so many different times.
So right now, that's my situation.
Okay.
I watched it until like season 11, I will say, and I got bored.
Yeah.
But then I wanted to finish it, and then now my girlfriend Brooke, let me tell you, is abusive. 'Cause we decided to watch it all together. From the beginning, and she every time we watch an episode, she decides to pass out.
Oh, and now you're.
So
stuck
I keep
to watch
watching
alone.
the show.
Yeah.
I keep going ahead,
Yeah.
and then waiting when she decides to wake up, or the next day to watch the show again.
Yeah.
We're trying to catch up, and I'm re-watching the episodes again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a process. That's one of the shows that it's either you watch it or you get in trouble.
Yeah, I had a decade break. Like, my college girlfriend loved it. I'd watch with her.
Yeah.
And then I 10 years I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
And I started dating someone else, 10 years later, and they were into it. So I started watching it again. And I was like, man, nothing's really. Does this show ever like really change all that much? You know. Real quick, because I want to get into blank versus blank. Do you have a top 5 favorite albums?
For music, I will say yes.
Or top 5 artists, whatever.
Album, I will say any record of Eminem.
Okay.
That I will say one of the favorite guys, I will say. Second one, Cultura Profética. It's like a reggae roots music.
Okay.
It's like Bob Marley, just in Spanish.
Yeah.
Cultura, any album of them is really good. I've been Revolution. I don't know if you ever heard of that band. It's really good too. It's almost like reggae roots, basically. AC/DC.
Yes.
That's
They got so many.
it's insane. And Linkin Park.
Well, yeah.
I know it's sad what happened, but I will say there's not gonna be a band like them.
No, they had it all tied together, and I'd say one of the coolest things I ever did is when they did this stuff with Jay-Z. I was like, that's just awesome.
They just went off, and I loved it. And even though after the last album they threw out, it was just very as good as all the albums they have.
I agree. All right, let's get into blank versus blank. Now, this is the toughest segment of the show. You get no prep for this.
No idea.
I'm going to give you 2 people, 2 things, 2 anything. You got to pick one, the other one goes away. First off, I think I know your answer to this by just seeing what you have on the table, but Batman or Spider-Man?
Batman all day.
Yeah, okay. And I'm going to go and say, and I don't want to go too far off, Dark Knight, best comic book movie, in my opinion, of all time. Co-ed softball or men's softball?
Men's softball.
Just more of the competitive aspects of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that the co-ed isn't, but yeah. And men's a little bit different where you kind of like...
Co-ed is too much drama.
There can be, and I think men's too is you trash talk a little bit more, but it's more like just guys hanging out.
Yeah.
You know. More responsible for the success of the New England Patriots. Now this one I ask everybody because this has been quite the football season.
All right.
Tom Brady or Bill Belichick?
Tom Brady.
Okay.
It's. I know
Seems to be the answer now.
I know my answer is a little rough, but
Yeah.
I will say Tom Brady. I know the experience of coaching is hard, but I didn't grow up watching football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So now that I'm into it, I just see how the plays are made and how the players produce.
Yeah.
I kind of like more the Tom Brady area. That's why I'm gonna pick him.
No, I mean, and Bill Belichick said he's like, I don't make the plays, the players do. So
Exactly.
these two were kind of like the argument about the last Hall of. These are two different position players that totally do different things.
Yeah.
But one is kind of not allowed in because of things that he said, and they've been horrible things, like very disappointed in this person.
Yeah.
But they say that's why he's not getting in. The other one, more steroids related. If only one get in the Hall of Fame, Kurt Schilling or Barry Bonds, who do you want in?
Wow. Barry Bonds. I'll stick with Barry Bonds.
I'm going to stick with Barry Bonds too, even as a Red Sox fan.
Mm-hmm.
Kurt Schilling really has disappointed me in the things that he has said post his career that have just been...
Even though he was great.
He was great, yeah.
I agree. I just stay with Barry Bonds.
Yeah, I'm with you with Barry Bonds.
He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. Just saying.
All right, what would you rather watch, NASCAR or pro wrestling? And you know where I stand with one of these.
Oh, I know you are. I will say wrestling though.
Okay.
I'll go for wrestling. NASCAR is not a big thing for me. It's like New Hampshire thing. I will put it that way. Like I never seen it. Like I seen NASCAR but never live. Just seen it on TV and
It's just,
yes.
not
Wrestling
really.
is different. Wrestling for me is fun.
Yeah.
It's just fun to watch, and it's something. It's like watching Dragon Ball Z. When you're a kid, you want to be one of those characters.
Yeah.
Wrestling is the same thing. I grew up watching it back home, wrestling in Puerto Rico is a little different, but Carlito came from there.
Yeah, he's back.
I'm telling you, his dad. Even when
The Colones,
I grew up watching his dad.
Yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, because they have they are the Puerto Rican promotion there.
Yep.
You know, I've met Carlito, which was really cool because I was a big fan of his.
He's amazing.
Do you have a favorite wrestler of all time?
I will pick Undertaker. That was my guy. 'Cause it was just a dark person.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like he's the guy. He's one of the guy.
He'll be in the Hall of Fame soon.
Oh yeah.
If you could only pick one to play, baseball or softball, and modified or slow pitch for softball.
At this point right now, softball. Baseball, it was great when I was younger. Now I still play sometimes baseball, and sometimes it's painful.
Yeah.
Especially when you have to pitch 7 innings and you're throwing a lot of pitches. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I hadn't played baseball in so long. I remember the first time getting out there, I was like, 29 years old and hadn't played in like 10 years.
Yeah.
And I subbed in on a team, and first fly ball, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I caught it somehow, but I was scared to death.
I will put it this way. I played the past year, sorry. We were on the championship game. So my team is a bunch of all grown-ups. We all drink. And the team that it was playing against us, it's literally just young guys, 18, 19, very serious guys, pitching 80, 85, 90 miles per hour. And the hardest we throw is like 75.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remember pitching, and I pitched 6 innings, I'll put it this way. And the president of the league, show up, and he goes do you feel your arm right now? I'm like, feels great. Obviously I got my beer, and he's helping me to know my area. And he goes, you just throw 156 pitches. Do you realize that? I'm like, right now, no. I'm pretty sure tomorrow I'm not. Sure. It's not just tomorrow. It took me a week to recover.
Oh, I can imagine.
And that's why right now I will never pick baseball anymore.
Yeah, I'd rather softball.
I like watching it.
Yeah. Final question. This is the toughest question in blank versus blank.
Oh boy.
We got 2 softball players. I got John Nagel, former guest of the show.
Oh, boy.
Also, Bobby Bollier, my brother, former guest of the show. You got to keep one, John Nagel or Bobby Bollier. Who are you taking?
Wow. That's going to be rough. Let's put it this way.
Both great guys. Both great guys.
They're both amazing. I'm gonna. Sorry, John. I'm gonna go for Bobby. I will say they're both amazing. It's a rough one. I gotta say
It's
just
tough.
Rough. It's just rough because they both are amazing human beings, amazing players too, and they're fun to play with.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep Bobby just because he is a Lobos.
Oh,
person.
okay. That's
So
it.
I stick with my family. So.
Sticking loyal to the team. All right.
Yeah.
Well, Gio, I really appreciate you coming on the show. This has been a lot of fun. We'll have to have you back at some point if you'd like to come back.
Oh, definitely.
And yeah, to everybody out there, continue to keep your heads up. Yeah, we're in difficult times. Wear your masks. Soapy pre-op. It's getting to the point, man, where if you don't stop, you're making these threats about coming to find me or I'm going to come find you. You know where I film, dude. You know that I'm in this studio on Thursdays. So, I'm not hard to find. But anyways, I want everybody to have a great week. And till next time, let freedom ring.